Okay, in this lesson we're going to learn how to connect those grapes to the stem, to the branch, to make out of it a bunch of grapes. So what you will do, will take one grape and connect right at the tip of it, or at the end when we're finished. Just pick up few stitches and with a different color. I'm using something that is, it's a variegated color with a little bit of purple, green in here. So this is the color, a little bit different from the grapes itself, because my leaves that accompany these grapes are in this color. And so you pick up this thread, pick up few stitches right at the end of the button, and a packing cord. You can cut packing cord from different thread, from the same thread, or crochet over those thread pieces that are left when you were crocheting the buttons. And start crocheting over the packing cord. As you see, this is just nothing but crochet over the packing cord, over the packing cord, single crochet stitches. This is it. And when you crochet, make sure still crochet kind of tight, because you want a good tight fit right in here, that your branches will not collapse. And I will show in a minute how I do all these connections. So when you crochet just about a centimeter or so, 3/4 or half of an inch, attach the next grape, and so on. Here's another one, and here's another grape attached to the main. And I make also small little branches that are extending from the main branch. And how I do that, I'll show you. Here's one more branch right in here that is waiting for. So to this branch I will attach one of the grapes, and I'll show how I do this one. And I also will attach something right over here. The way you attach them, for example, when you make them, the thread right here that you cut when you finish your grape, you should leave a very long one, more than 10 inches. I would have 10, probably 15, because you can make branch out of here, or keep this long enough for the packing cord. This right here, these pieces that you see, this is the thread that is left, that I cut when I was finishing grapes, and I use this as a packing cord for me. And every time I will add one more to finish crocheting. It will not be very long, and you don't need it very long. So as you see right here, I have connecting them, and I have a gap in here, so I have to make one more right here somewhere to hang it in such a way that I will show very little of stem, but my grapes will hang on this bunch kind of naturally. And this is kind of a good spot for the grape to be. You can see a little bit of branches in here, that's fine. So I need to connect this one right here somewhere. That will be kind of natural way of hanging in here. So pick up one that has kind of a long tail, and I don't mind to have the same color as the grape, and go inside at the very end of your grape where you finished. Pick up few stitches right in here, right in the place where you tied up the last stitches. And I will recommend to pick up 2 stitches, not 1 but 2. It can be a little bit challenging. This is my thread in here. Okay, so what I will do, I will connect and pick up stitch right in here, like that. And so you have 2 stitches on the hook, and crochet, pull the thread through those 2 stitches like this. So you have one more chain, and crochet small chain 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5, and let's see how this will work if I will attach it, for example, right in here. 5 will be enough for me, for example. So 5 stitches, can make 6, and crochet back, single crochet stitches. You can crochet or single crochet stitches or slip stitches, it's up to you, both will work. And you make a small branch that you will connect to big stem over there that I just already made. And right in here I still have a small tail here, so I will pull the thread out so we can do it this way. And of course it will be nice if this tail that I have will be longer. I am risking the point that I will not have enough to sew into my branch or bunch of grapes. So what I will do, I will go up, insert the needle inside the single crochet stitches of this branch to pick up my thread to the tip right here, weave it in right to the top and go there. Yeah, it's long enough. And now you can connect this somewhere here. How do I connect? If you already have made a stem or branch, you can connect and weave in with the needle inside the branch. So here it is. This is determine where your grape will be, on what distance, that if you like the way it look like. So mine will go right in here. And the way I will do it, I will connect, instead of going up, I will go with that branch, with the needle in the branch down. I'm doing this for one reason, because my thread is very silky. It's rayon, and rayon is almost like silk, very soft and silky. So I will just connect right in here into the branch. Just weave in there as many times as you will need. So your grape will be just like that. It will be hanging here. It will look nice. And I will continue to weave in a little bit down and then go up that way. So one direction, it's just like weaving in any thread you finishing crochet on it, right? So you go a little bit one direction and then in opposite, to make sure that you secure your thread from sliding out. And then you go back. Now I'm going back along the same thread and weaving in my thread. This is basically a very easy way of making those branches and connecting the grapes. If it's difficult to pull through all stitches at once, you can do it through few at first. The main important part is to weave in. to weave enough thread that it will not come out. And right here I'm ended, my last single crochet stitch was in here, right there. So I can pull the needle just through this area totally, and I don't have to worry about this thread. I will crochet over it. So here one part of grapes looks nice, and here I have one more little extension I made, little branch, to which I can connect any grape that, for example, has like this one. I have two short tail, so I can right away pick up this thread. I'll show you, and I will attach my grape to that place over there, to that little extension. So here it is. Here my last single crochet stitch, and here a little extension, and I'll show you in a minute how I make those extensions. So if I will, for example, hang my grape right here somewhere, if I will attach to it, right, if I'll sew to it, it will be right in here. It will look nice. So and you can decide how long you want them. So what I do, I will just take a grape, take that thread that I left when I finished my grape, and weave in the thread through this little branch, through this extension. Just go inside, attach it to the first button, to the first stitch, and then weave in again right into this branch. And again, you weave in one way, and then you go and weave in the opposite direction to make sure that it's all secured. And if you made, for example, a little bit longer branch that you need, you can always shorten that one by pulling on a thread a little bit, and it will get shorter. And so here it is. I have more grapes hanging, and I can add a little bit more here. I can always add more grapes or a little bit more branches. So right now I still have to secure this right here. I can secure it in many ways, but I can weave in right into the branch and crochet as a stem around it. But it's better when thread that you weave in, when you weave it one way, for example, this way it was going to the right, it will make sense to weave in and go with the same thread to the left. It will be secure better. And then you can, if you have enough thread, you can go back again the opposite direction. So I will go and I will weave in into the same branch just to secure it, to make sure that I will be fine, and my grape or my thread will never come out, and grape will stay on the branch. And the rest of this thread you can weave in inside the button, right? Just poke through it. And then you can go and move it back again. So here you can just poke about basically anywhere next to the thread. It came from out here, and I will go and poke it back again to attach a little bit better. Make sure it does look nice in here, that it's not looking really weird. And you can do it one more time or two more times, depends how many how much of thread is left. This way you really secure your grape. And if you still have thread, I will go and weave it in a little bit more already in the little branch in here. And don't worry if it's a little bit tight. It's better to be tight than if it's not, if it's very loose and, well, I cannot move my needle through it. In one way, crocheting loose is fine because you can weave in very easy, but with work like this, you have to be tight. And I will leave this alone. I will not weave anymore. I will cut my thread that I weaved in. And I'm done here. Okay, so we have here one branch piece. And we can, for example, if you see that it's kind of looking empty in here, you can always add more grapes. Okay, so now let me show you how I made extension. A branch. So I was crocheting over the packing cord in here, single crochet stitches, and for example I decided to make one more little branch like we had here. I can crochet that direction, I can turn this the way I want. So you just crochet one more single crochet stitch, and you can crochet as many as you want, as long as you need, but you can add a small branch. And what you do, all you need to do right now, for example, you were crocheting over the packing cord, now you drop the cord and crochet small chain 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 stitches will be enough. I did 4, so for turning chain I will go do 5, and you can or make slip stitches going back to the same place, or you can make single crochet stitches in each chain. So it's up to you. You can decide how you will crochet this. Single crochet stitches look much better than slip stitch, so I will go and do crochet, single crochet, going back in the same little chain that I just made, and this chain will be my small extension branch to hang another grape. And so here, when I got to the end and to the place where I left crocheting over the packing cord, I continue crochet over the packing cord. I'll secure this place first. Again, continue with single crochet stitch, first one, and I can make one more single crochet stitch, something like that, and stretch the sleeve, and think about how will I attach another grape. So here's that little extension, that little part, that little branch, and I have another grape, so I can attach this grape right to this place, right in here. And I see that my branch could be a little bit longer, that if I will and again, I don't know how my grapes will end up, how they will lay on all together. So it's kind of, you know, you have to be really creative in here and see how the grapes are behaving, how they look, how they turn, which direction they go. And so if I for example think that my extension little branch is too short, so I will add, I will undo it, and I will remake it. I will make it 2 stitches longer. So I did 5, I'll make 7. So here you have to be really creative about your branch. What will help sometimes, when I was doing this project, I just bought grapes in a store, and I just looked at them, how they were made, how they look like, and from that I made mine, because I always wanted to make something that will look very similar to the nature, that actually it will look like a grape bunch but not something else. So I made a little bit longer chain, and now I'm going back again with single crochet stitches to the main stem. Okay, here I am. I finished the small chain, and now I can go to the main branch, make a single crochet, I'll make just 3 at this point and stretch the last stitch a little bit. And again, figure out how to use my little branch, or it will go here or it will here. I really need it on that side, but I can always take one of the grapes and make out of this thread a small branch and connect to the side right over here. So to make it in such a way, you see, this is turned in different directions, so sometimes these things happen, but you can turn your work. And here I can attach another grape. Sometimes you just have to go a little bit further and see how it looks like. This branch is just right, very good size. I can use this for that side, and to this side I can attach this this one right to something, to any place basically. So this is how you make branch. So you just make sure that all your tails that you cut when you were crocheting the grapes will be long enough, and these pieces will be long, that you can make out of them small branches, and then use them or to attach to the main stem. If your tail, your thread is too short, then you can make extension and attach to this place. Just sew to it your grapes, and continue this way, making your cluster of grapes.